It all weaves. The longer you do something, the more your life starts to weave back into itself. A good friend of mine that I was racing scows against and crewed for at times said he was going to Australia. I couldn't afford it. I said, but Brian, I'll buy you 20 rolls of film, Fuji color film, color slides, and you shoot the hell out of it. And when you come back, we'll sit down and we'll go through the pictures. I paid for the film, I paid for the development, and I gave him basically everything back. But I want to be able to choose out of what you shot. America's Cup, you know, Dennis Conner sailing against the Kiwis. Those are the very first cup pieces in this collection that's coming up in June. The style's different, the colors are brighter, the sails are very different. And from there, you can trace my evolution into how I'm painting now. Wild, but that's where I started. I didn't draw any America's Cup boats. I loved reading about them. I started collecting books. It was
What were you looking for with these races?
to be close enough to get the pictures that nobody else painted from. Okay? I raced on scows for years. I got to do sail trials on some of the boats. Shooting pictures that nobody else was getting. And I really wanted people to have, like I do with the log canoes here and the workboats, a participant's angle. So you're on the boat and you're seeing what they do through their eyes because I'm right there with them. Yeah. The best part of all of this, working with world-class photographers, was I would stand up and I'd pick my camera up and I'd get ready and they'd go, "What are you shooting?" And I would tell them and they say, "No, wait." So I would wait, you know, and if I didn't like what I saw, I would get it what I wanted at the next one. And what I saw, and they're just standing there, we all got our cameras up and they're saying, "Wait, wait, now start shooting." And they got this auto wind and I'm shooting and winding because my gear is still that old. They shared with me what they knew as being a good photograph. And that good photograph also became a good painting. It's an organism. A racing sailboat, any boat actually is an organism, including that one that ran into the bridge up there in Baltimore Harbor, where there are sinews and there are tendons and there are nerve impulses. They shared with me the classic shots. And it was those classic shots that I dearly loved. Yeah. And I started to shoot and started to paint. It's back to the way that I look at how I paint watermen, how I paint racing boats. I want to be as close as possible on the water. On the water.